is Anthony Gray of Grayscale. It's been a little while since I posted a video. Now this next painting I'm showing, or I'm going to do for you, I did about 4 times already. But I figured I might as well make it official and put it on my site. It doesn't take very long to do a video like this. Okay. This painting's relatively simple to do. It does tend to sell well because of the graphic nature of the design concept. I'm just putting a tiny bit of water on the canvas or on the watercolor paper. It's 11 by 15 watercolor paper. Okay. And just wet up the surface just a bit. I am using nothing but gesso. I got gray gesso, white, and black. Just cleaning out the brush. Like I say, a painting like this doesn't take too long to do. Now, you're going to establish some trees. Alright. Use a smaller brush for this, darker. And wherever you see fit to put some trees, trunks, put them in there. Now, I probably could have went a little darker. Just a shade darker. Yep. Let me get it a little darker than that. I'm just adding more black. Let me add even more black. I need it to really stick out there, but not too much. I'm gonna go on the other side. And let's put a branch in there like that. I'm gonna add a little water. This is tend to drying up a little bit on me. I'm mixing even darker mix of gray. And then let's put one right in here. Have the trunks come down a little bit. Have one snaking around up here somewhere. Now let's have one come up and out, something like that. Just branches. Have one snaking around here. Okay. Gonna rinse it off. Just put some, well, before I do that, let's take my sponge. And we're going to dip a little bit into this dark gray color. And we're going to just do a couple of taps here and there. To give the suggestion of branches and leaves. And we're going to do a little bit on this side. Bunch them up, then just spread it out a little bit. Getting some more little dark gray mixture here. Just a little bit more. A couple of taps here and there. Something like that. Okay. Now, we're going to get an even darker mix. A little more black into your gray. You should be able to see the transition strongly. Alright. This time I think I'm going to dip into a little water, loosen up this gesso just a little bit, let the paint flow a little better from the brush. Okay, a darker gray. And we're going to come with the trunk's a little thicker this time. Come a little further down. And maybe shoot off on the side. Maybe it has to have a thick branches. Zip it around there. I want to come right off the page over here. So you just want the illusion of thicker tree trunks. Just snaking around, checking out the scenery. Have it come a little further down, make the trunks a little bigger, so it gives the illusion of it coming a little closer, like that. And we'll have another one coming up this way. And a trunk here. Maybe I'd have a crooked trunk come, oh, maybe around here. Something like that. Have one, just a branch snaking out this way. And maybe one just dangling around here, coming in front of the leaves a little bit. And mix a little bit more of this darker mix for my sponge. And we're going to put leaves on those trees. Have it come down here. Come down here a little bit. Maybe one coming across here. Like so. Cleaning off the brush. And you're just doing really an impression of the trees. A little dark mix in here. Darker version of what you had previous. As long as it's a little darker, you don't want it to be totally black, but a darker version of gray to separate. Much like this. And you will be able to see the tonal difference. Okay, let me take this tray with me here, just easier. And we're going to continue on. Try not to cover everything from your previous, but you do want to, say, separate some of the dark leaves from the gray, something like that. You don't really want too much. Now, these trees in the foreground will be a little thicker, and they will be black. These are going to be the ones right in front. Alright, so they're going to be a little larger. We'll put this fellow, oh, right about here. Have him come up. Have one branch off. Alright. Have them come up and around. Let's have him cross. Gonna go in all sorts of directions here. And we're gonna have another one, maybe tail off back here. A little branch come out around here, like that, Let's have him have a branch come out like that. Let's make this trunk a little longer and come straight down here. But that guy barking in the background distracts me a little bit. Now, he was quiet all during the morning. Now he wants to bark. Okay, we're gonna have another one coming just almost out of nowhere. Come straight up, and let's have him hook back around like that. Nothing but pure black. Make his, just pressing down to make his trunk a little thicker, and we'll have a thick to thin coming branching this way. Have one come out that way. He's curving around up in there, maybe around there somewhere. Same thing with that guy. Bunch of little wide strokes like that. Maybe even have a little fella coming up like that. And give this branch out in there. Okay. Have him come further down, maybe all the way down here. Just put him right in front, like so. Alright? When you get to do enough of these, it's almost academic. I'm using nothing but the side of the brush. And let's put a few dabs of highlights for bark here and there. Let's stroke on just a little bit of white in spots. Just dab on a few more dabs of white and come on the other side here. And just use the side of the brush. Just a little detail on the front of this fellow. Just here and there in different locations. And then we'll get to the fun part. Nothing but black on a sponge. And you will dab. Just in little spots. Some coming in front of the trunk. Some come behind the trunk. Something like that. Just little, just touches. Okay, group some, and then you make some kind of splay outward. Alright. But still have somewhat of a pattern. Okay. I want it darker and more thick up top here. Come right across. But don't destroy all of your branches. Make some seen, but I want it thicker, a little darker up above here. I'm just dabbing a little more into the sponge. I'm not really pressing that hard. You don't have to. But as you can see, little bits and pieces of the light coming through. Alright. Let's play around with some bushes here. Let's put some bushes in this area right in here. I'll put some in front of the tree here. Come right across, come down. Have it a little deeper on the bottom edge here. Put a couple in here. I'm going to highlight some of this with gray and white. I'm going to dip right into the gray. And we'll put some bushes that appear to be further off back there. You see how this is going? I'm going to mix a little bit of white into that mix. I'm going to go deeper with a lighter version of gray. So it gives you like a little path back there. And it gets a little more sparse coming into it. Now we're going to go back into the white. And let's tap in some highlights on your foreground here. And right around here. Tap in some highlights. Maybe a couple in here. Come down below. A couple bright ones up here. Something like that. Okay, if you want to be adventurous, put in a couple of highlights into some of these in here, particularly where it's kind of dark. Have them go in different directions. You can kind of guide where you want your light to show at, doing it in this fashion. Maybe a couple hanging there. Something like that. Maybe tease a couple in that corner up there. Like so. Alright? I'm just going to rinse off my sponge. We're just about done. Not a very long video. For some reason, stark black and white designs like this have some kind of impact on those who see it. You can keep it as detailed or as trying to find a word for it. Can't come to me right now. But you can have it as detailed as you want, or abstract as you want. Not really the word I was looking for, but it'll do for this present time. I'm looking for a script liner. I want to maybe fine-tune some of these details of some of the branches now. Let's take a little white and get a little highlights to some of the branches. You don't have to do all of them, but only on one side. Usually where it's pretty dark at, you can get away with it. It sticks out a bit better. Maybe snake a couple in here. Something like that. Off to the side. Give a hint of some of the bright light peeking through some of the foliage in there. Have it come through some of the branches there. Okay, that's pretty cool. You don't really have to add too much to it. I'm going to wait for it to dry a little bit, so it'll be just a jump cut for you, but wait for it to dry. And then I'll, you don't see it, but I have just line paper taped together, and I'm going to drape it, and I'm going to cut. Well, actually, let me pull this pattern off. That will make a lot more sense to what I'm talking about. So I was jumping ahead of myself for a second. I'll show you right now. I'm going to take the tape and peel it right off. kind of a pull. See? The pull and lift method. You're taking the tape off so you don't take the paper off. But I'm using paper, you know, watercolor paper, so I don't want to tear it. So I have tape in the back of this paper, that's why you don't see it coming off the board. But it's a pull lift method. Much like so. Okay. The dots you see here is just on the tape. Alright. So don't worry about none of that. Once this dries, I have to give it a little time for it to dry. And then I will put the paper on top of this, cut the shape you see here. Then I'll spray paint it with well, you'll see when I get done with it. So let me let this dry and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, we're back. I'm going to take a sheet of line paper and do one of these numbers to it. Oh wait, I taped it so it wouldn't fall on me during the production. Yeah, there. And down we go. See that? Harmless. Okay. I'm going to just secure this down here on the bottom like so. And what I'm going to do, since I can easily see it, is the shape. Now if I wanted to be exact, I would just take a ruler and do it. But I've been doing this for a minute. And cut. A little better than that. I'll cut into it. I just made an error. That's okay. We'll correct that. Like so. Do it on the other side. Cut straight off the paper. Do the same thing here. Cut straight right off the paper here. Because that part of the paper is going to be removed. And since I made a mistake here, I'll show you how to correct it. So I'm glad that happened. And I'm going to cut straight down. Straight down. Right across, straight off the paper, just like so. Now, I'm using line paper. I got a fan going on back there. You should hear the fan slowly droning. So I'll just secure that bottom edge there like that. I don't think I have to secure this. Not really, but just to be on the safe side. Anyway, I have the pattern cut. So basically it's just a mask. Alright. Let's go down from the bottom on this one. Come from like so. I'm going straight up. Like I say, if you're not as steady handed or as sure, then use a ruler. There. That should take care of that. That's history. And that's history. Alright. Now I told you I had a little error here. That would be this part right there. See that little spot there? Not really even. We're going to correct that. It takes about 2 seconds. Maybe 4. Just take some tape. place it right there, like so. Okay. Now, what I just did is turn my fan. It was an intake, I just turned it into an exhaust and pressed the button. And now what I spray, whatever residue or aerosol, it'll just go back and go out into the out the window. Alright? Just shaking up the can. And we're just going to spray it. Now this spray is the spray paint that looks like stone or rock. Okay, kind of have a texture like this. Alright. And you stand a few inches away. Pretty powerful spray. You just do one of these numbers. And what I don't want is any of the white of the paper to show through. That's what I don't want. I wanted that stony look to the work. The paper's kind of thin, it's starting to curl up, but that's okay. I'm already done. It doesn't take too much. Alright. Now that that's completed, I will take the paper and just lift it straight off. Like so. Throw it away. Wipe my hands off. There's still little bits of paper that was taped. Just take it right off. It can get messy when you're trying to peel the paper off and whatnot, but don't worry about that. It comes right off. I can also take this tape off, and I'll show you that right now. All of it adds to the effect. You gotta see which tape layer I put on first. It's still the pull lift method. Just be kind of careful. Don't rush it. That's where a lot of mistakes happen. For some reason, this type of work seems to be popular. Let's grab that. Now where it's difficult to where the tape is breaking off beforehand, where the X-Acto blade cut through a few of the layers, that's all. No harm, no foul. Got the final part up here. Take off. I'm making sure when I place my finger down, that I don't have any of this stuff on me. Still a pull lift method. If I can get both of those off, and just take that out. Alright, as you can see, it's more of a graphic designer's representation of a lit forest, backlit. And as you can see, I wasn't completely perfect, but you can't see it. Let me zoom out. I'll show you what happened. You might not be able to see it, but but I do have a little mark right up here. My finger did catch it, but that's okay, because I'm about to correct it. It's alright. And just cover that up, like so. Once it dries, if you still see it, take more of the white, cover it up. No harm, no foul. I got a little touch down there too. That takes care of that. If you want to be a stickler, there's a little bit of the paint on the outside edge here, and you can just tap away, get rid of some of that if you choose. I'm not really too big of a stickler on it. It's not that important. This is just an example painting, and I might just end up giving the thing away. There. Alright, now for the most important part of the painting, as Bob Ross would say, the signature. If you like what you see, write on the comments below. Okay. And any statements, good, bad, or indifferent, I will read them. I will answer. If there's a question, I will answer them quickly. They'll show up on my notification, and I'll give you an answer, whatever questions you got. I do thank you for taking the time to even look at what I'm doing. Put all statements and questions on the comments below. I will try to be a little more regular, again, posting these things. It's just that I got other projects that kind of pay the bills that I really have to do, that I've been slacking off on, so I better get to work on them. One's supposed to be done by the end of this month, so I gotta start get cranking on it. There. Throw a signature on there and it's all done. I'd like to thank you for watching. It's been a little while since I had to talk to all of you. And this has got to be the 4th painting I've done like this. So, we'll see if, see how it takes. I'll probably lay off doing the black and white stuff for a while now that I've done quite a few of these. And once again, I'd like to thank you very much for joining and checking this out. It'll be posted maybe on my YouTube wall, but there's a lot of other representations of this exact style of artwork. Okay, that's on there. And once again, my name is Anthony Gray. Thank you for watching Grayscale, and I hope to see you soon. Alright, happy painting, God bless, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.